Dang, I forgot to put my thumbnail on there. Have mercy. What in the world? Well, anyway, we live right now. Hey yo. Hey Brent. Hey girl. Hey. I forgot to put my thumbnail on, y'all. I was trying to click the live button so fast. I forgot to put the thumbnail up, but I'm gonna have to wait till after chat. Just anything. Honey. Hey SMK, how you doing? Hey, happy Monday, everybody. How y'all doing today? So, this video is kind of not actually in response to a video that I was watching last night from Conscious TV. He had a panel of he had a panel of I don't know who concerned citizen is, but hey, I hope you're not a troll. But hey, anyway. But anyway, he had a panel of men on last night, and they were discussing the question as to whether black men do black. The question was, do black men hate black women? Now I've seen a couple of videos asking this question. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I kind of wanted to, give my take on it. And also I was wondering, hey Tanya, how you doing? And I'm sorry I forgot to put the thumbnail up, y'all, but I put it up after. Okay, honey, I am sorry. I hit the live button too fast. Anyway, so like I said, hey Ahmed asked, I was listening to the video. The question was, do black men hate black women? Do you see what I'm saying? And moreover, I asked the question, hey Natasha, as to whether have you guys noticed that there seems to be some type of interracial dating agenda going on as it pertains to black women and white men? Now we have all heard that a couple of days ago, we heard little goofy, what is his name, 50 Cent go online, him or somebody else, saying that he don't like black women and that he find other women exotic. Okay, so he's choosing to fetishize other races of women because that's what he's doing. But in return, I have also heard black men. I have also heard white men say that they feel like black women are exotic. Do you see what I'm saying? And that is also fetishization. And if you will go online, there are many interracial videos about interracial couples, black women and white men, on YouTube. In particular, if you look at TV, a lot of the commercials, you are seeing black women coupled up with white men, and I'm thinking, is this some kind of agenda going on? Because why is it that so many black entertainers, especially rappers, are always speaking derogatorily about black women? I'm thinking, who is paying these fools to do this? Ain't that mama black? What's wrong with him? Now, in the case of 50 Cent, I think he being paid, hey, Cloud, or either he just bitter, honey. Okay, so Lil Wayne is ugly. He high all the time. He look like he on the verge of death at any moment. So really, do we even have to count Lil Wayne? Child, you look like a whole zombie. But anyway, SMK says, I think they do, and their minds are warped, thinking messing with white other women is getting back at massive. Yeah, I honestly think that it's kind of that way, but also when as it pertains to you know, black men, loving to date white women or other races of women. There are a lot of factors that go on that are at play when that conversation comes up. But when it comes to these entertainers, like on Instagram, like 50 Cent and like Klaus and Lil Wayne, and not only him, you hear people coming at Megan Thee Stallion because Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the foot by Tory Lanez, right? And but you hear people online, especially black men, pretty much making fun of Megan Thee Stallion to the point to where she said she felt unprotected. Black women are unprotected. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think it's so unfortunate. Why would you make fun, first of all, of a domestic violence situation? Okay, and second of all, why would you, as any man, or any woman, make fun of somebody that has been, assaulted by a firearm? Do you see what I'm saying? Now they said that Megan and Tory Lanez got into it because they were at the Kardashian Jenner's house. What is her name? Kylie. And she was flirting with Tory Lanez, which is only 5'3", a little bit too much. And Megan felt disrespected because they were in a relationship and they started arguing real bad. And they're saying allegedly that she, put paws on his little bitty self, because we know that Megan is a very tall, statuesque, beautiful woman. Okay? And I would feel disrespected too. But what you're not going to do is disrespect me in front of my face. That's what you're not going to do. So is it any wonder that things turned out the way that they did? But I don't understand, as a man, even if he is 5'3", I'm 5'3" in the first place. Okay, so Megan girl, you know he was too short for you, honey. But 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 anyway, little bitty man, I bet she was pummeling him. I bet she was bopping him on the top of his head. Sure. Anyway, now I also heard that he was firing a warning shot. He was just trying to get her off of it. But see, sometimes if you don't start nothing, it won't be nothing. Okay? And why would you, as a man, have to pull out a gun on a female? But like I said, Megan is a very tall, beautiful, statuesque, lovely black woman. Okay, she puts me in the mind of the black version of, that, what is that back in the day movie, Roger Rabbit, and Roger Rabbit's love interest, I think it's the name of the movie, was this blonde, statuesque, cartoon character. She had on a red dress. But Megan is that in real life. Do you see what I'm saying? She's in real life. That's what she puts me in the mind of. And it's so bad online, to the point to where Cameron and Jessica Rabbit, thank you, she's the real life Jessica Rabbit though. A whole chocolate bunny child. Okay, go Megan girl. Stallion. Stallions are black. They are tall. They are beautiful. The black stallion's coat is flawless. They are, champions. Champions horses. They're a beautiful creature. If you ever see one in person, you'll be like, wow. Wow. Do you see what I'm saying? Black stallions are beautiful. Anyway, go Megan girl. Do you, honey. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, she was, what she read. I thought she was blind, child. It's been so long since I seen that movie. But anyway, like I said, Megan Thee Stallion is a living, breathing Jessica Rabbit. Okay, girl. Anyway, and they just hating on her. But and Tori too short anyway, girl. But I don't even understand why. But it is what it is, child. They say opposites attract, girl. But you know how they go. But anyway, Cameron goes on Instagram and implies that Megan Thee Stallion is a transgendered woman, because he said that Tory Lanez allegedly shot her in the foot when he seen her eggplant emoji, which is absolutely disrespectful. Clearly, Megan Thee Stallion is our woman. Okay, these men are insecure. Okay, and they are weak. Okay, and anyway, but a lot of people online are making fun of her. Even Miss Kylie Jenner, which got the whole thing started anyway, with her trash box plain ass. Okay, and I have, excuse my French. She posted after Megan. It was reported that Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the foot. She gonna post a picture of her feet. She had just got a pedicure, and she gonna post a picture of them online, honey, on Instagram, and then unfollow Megan Stallion. I'm thinking, girl, get your whole life. Never could you ever be a Megan Stallion. Not even her feet are you worthy. Okay, but anyway, child. Anywho, like I said, the question was, moreover, the reason why I spoke of that is because it would seem that via a lot of these rappers and entertainers, they speak very derogatorily about black women in general. And but as far as 50 Cent goes, I think he's a bitter bird, just like in general, he don't even like himself. Do you see what I'm saying? And as far as Cameron, I heard he liked the boys anyway. So why is he worried about it? He probably wished she had an eggplant emoji. Okay. But anyway, and not to mention, it seems like a whole lot of black men are in competition with black women because they want to be black women. Okay, we know that. And like I said, this goes into a deeper discussion. But the topic is for today is there an interracial agenda going on? Because like I said, I've heard lots of white men say that they feel that black women are exotic, and then you got 50 Cent talking about some he don't date black women because other races of women are exotic. You see how that works? That don't make no sense, right? So now just let me preface this by saying, when I'm speaking to my black women, I am not speaking to any black man that does not fall into this category. Okay? here's a disclaimer. I should not have to give a disclaimer because if the shoe don't fit, honey, don't put it on. But I am speaking to those very misogynistic, patriarchal, very ignorant black men that think it's cool to jump on the bandwagon and start to disrespect black women, mainly because they're seeing it in pop culture. But as far as pop culture goes, 50 cents and the like, I'm thinking, is somebody paying them to do all this? Is this part of a bigger, interracial agenda? Because you're pushing these young, beautiful black women away from you, and you're pushing them right into the arms of white men. Do you see what I'm saying? And then you got white men, some white men fetishizing black women, saying that they are exotic to them. Just like 50 Cent and Lil Wayne was fetishizing other races of women. So you have to be careful with that. But I can no longer, with good conscience, tell especially these young black women to only date black men. Yeah, black men throughout the diaspora, if they are for you, absolutely, date them. But you have to do your research, honey, because things, we know that when it comes to the pool of, heterosexual, non-dysfunctional, black woman loving black men, that pool is very small. Okay, for a whole lot of reasons. But as it pertains to these fools on the internet, these entertainers, it make me think they're getting paid or something to say all this derogatory stuff about black women in order, not even to uplift the white woman, in an effort to placate this interracial agenda going on. But and they are also, on a side note, upset with Megan Thee Stallion. Do y'all remember when they was reporting that allegedly Megan Thee Stallion was going out with this Anglo boy? I think he a rapper too, or he's some white boy in the industry or something like that. So maybe that's why they have all this rah rah for Megan Thee Stallion. Do you see what I'm saying? And it was just disgusting though how they were talking derogatory about that woman. She is the victim. She has been the victim of a domestic violence altercation. I don't see anything funny about that. Just in general, no matter what race of or ethnicity of woman that she is, there's no laughing matter about anybody getting shot in the foot. Like, it's sick. But like I said, I think they're getting paid, honey. And 50 Cent is just bitter. Okay? But anyway, here's the thing. I was listening to the video last night on Conscious TV channel. Right now, here's a gay black man. He had other black men that said that they were straight and they dated, women. Some of them said that they preferred to date black women. Some of them said they preferred not to date, black women and all of this and all that. And so they were on there quite a while. And one of the things that came up that disturbed me was the fact they started speaking on abortion. And the question was, do you feel that women have a right to abort babies without the father's input? And I was offended because how dare you, as a group of men, gay, straight, bi, or otherwise, how dare you have a whole discussion about women and their reproduction organs as well as their reproduction choices without even having one woman on the panel? Okay? So I listened a little and I was offended by that because we have heard a lot of discussions, on this internet, especially in this sector, when it comes to abortion rights of black women in particular. Do you see what I'm saying? These men acting like, all of them acting like, if I get my girl pregnant, I'm just going to take my baby even if she don't want it. Now, we know that's a lie because if that was the truth, honey, it wouldn't be so many single mothers in our community in particular. Okay? And so, yeah. But anyway, that was the discussion. I don't feel that any man, black, white, blue, or green, has the right to have a discussion about a woman's reproductive organs. Okay? I just don't because it's disingenuous. All right? Because like I said, if that was the case, if they was loving these babies so much, they wouldn't leave them with the mothers. All right? And just go on about their business. And that's just how I feel about it. I didn't appreciate that. I felt the whole conversation was very misogynistic and very patriarchal. Okay, and I also find it disgusting when you have black men working so hard to uplift the white man's forms of patriarchy. Okay? That don't make no sense to me. It don't even sound right. It's really ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, honestly. And what about as it pertains to abortion? I asked the question, I fell down in the chat. Y'all know I seldom do, but I fell down in that chat. Because what if it is a case of incest or rape? Is a woman supposed to have the baby when she had the baby is a result of a crime that's been committed against her? Such a heinous crime? Is she supposed to have the baby then? Is she supposed to try to have the baby at risk of her own health or even her mental health? Is she supposed to have the baby then? Do you see what I'm saying? These are why men don't have a iota, anything to say when it comes to women and reproductive health, in my opinion. And I'm just sorry. That's how I feel about it. Okay. How you gonna have a whole panel discussing women's reproductive organs, not one woman on the panel? That's misogynistic. Okay. And so I didn't appreciate that. But anyway, so they had a few more other conversations. By the time I went back and checked this morning, by the time I I clicked out because it was too long. I think it was like a 10-hour live or something like that, right? So I twerked around in the comment section for as long as I could. And one of the last things that I said was, you guys do realize that this conversation really is not about black women. I didn't think, in my opinion, that it was about black women at all. I felt like it was a whole group of black men really basically flirting back and forth with one another, okay? Under the guise of speaking about black women. That's how I felt about it. It's very unsettling to me. And it's very unfortunate. And it's also very unfortunate when you even have black gay men. And we know that a lot of black gay men and a lot of black trans women, and a lot of heterosexual black men as well, when it comes to black women, they are in competition with the black woman. But my question is why? And why do you feel like you hate the black woman? See, part of the reason why we talked about the other day, another part of it is that, when you take it out of the context of just, you know, what's going on in the world today. Do you see what I'm saying? Between black men and black women, I think, you need to take it back to a historical context. Do you see what I'm saying? And when you take it back to a historical context, we were, enslaved, and we are still oppressed, but we are enslaved. Our ancestors were enslaved for 400 plus years, right? We have been only quote unquote free for 100 years. So as we start to right ourselves as a people, and we step further and further away from slavery, I realize that black people are trying to define gender roles, not only gender roles, but as far as relationship roles go. Do you see what I'm saying? Because historically, we know that the man is supposed to be the hunter gatherer, and the woman is supposed to be the nester, right? But in this day and age, in the 21st century, we know that a lot of women are the hunter gatherer and the nester all at the same damn time. Okay. You have a lot of men today that feel like they should be courted as men. They feel like it is perfectly fine for the woman to take care of them. And I just, in a larger context, especially as it pertains to like anthropology, in environment, in culture, you know what I mean? I think that what's going on is that our people are trying to define their roles. Not only, like I said, gender roles, but every other kind of roles, relationship roles. I think there's a lot of that going on. You're trying to undo 400 years of oppression, a systemic racism, and every other derogatory thing as it pertains to white supremacy racism. Okay? And so when you're in the midst of defining your roles, you are going to have all of this upheaval, because we also know that the black woman and the black man has been pitted against each other, was pitted against each other, particularly during slavery. Now that up to to present day, black America, we pit each other against ourselves. Do you see what I'm saying? Then you step in, then you throw in the fact, and when I mention anthropology, you throw in the fact that, you know, the strongest is going to survive, right? When it comes down to the strongest surviving, I can see why there's an interracial agenda afoot, knowingly or unknowingly, because we know that the black woman carries the seed for the world. Do you see what I'm saying? And the birth rate is going down. The birth rate is going, is going down increasingly every year, um, in the Anglo community. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know that the strongest survive. And one way for you to survive, when it comes to evolution, is to procreate and make more black babies and make more white babies. Make more of your race of people. But the race of people is dwindling. So you have to ask yourself: is there some kind of agenda afoot, some kind of interracial agenda? Do you see what I'm saying? They don't mind letting the white man, I mean the black man, have these old unfortunate, Anglo women. They just see them taking one for the team. Do you see what I'm saying? Plus, in the process, they're making mixed babies, which means they're not black babies. Do you see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, those mixed babies are going to be counted, as one of them, if they will allow them to. Right now, they're counted as black, but eventually, they'll be counted as Anglo, right? But then you got the Anglo men, not wanting to work with Anglo women, largely in part because their system of patriarchy is pretty much falling by the wayside, and they're struggling for their patriarchy, But when you got stuff up like Me Too and the feminist movement, and a lot of patriarchal white men are not happy anymore with their women. So, not to mention their numbers are dwindling. So, why not set forth an interracial agenda? That's why you see so much of this interracial stuff going on. I was on my timeline, I saw a couple of videos, and I don't even know why, but and I didn't even watch this show, but there was a Love is Blind. I think I spoke about this before. Netflix, they call it a social experiment dating show where the couples would talk to each other, but they wouldn't see each other. You know what I mean? And it was one interracial couple that are still together. They got married or whatever. It was, I think the woman's name was Lauren, and the man's name was Cameron or something like that. But honey, they are all over social media and other platforms, promoting their interracial love and all of this and all of that. Do you see what I'm saying? We see all these commercials with black women and white men and mixed children. That seems like an agenda to me. You see what I'm saying? So you really have to pay attention to what's going on. But like I said, I can't, with good conscience, I can no longer tell the black woman, to wait around for this small pool of heterosexual, non black woman hating black men. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it would appear that the pool is going smaller and smaller every day, and eventually you're going to start, humming that Nina Simone tune. Nina Simone said that when love is no longer being served at the table, honey, it's time to get up. Okay, but you have to be sure that you're not being fetishized and you're not being used as some kind of form of population to induce somebody's population or something like that. We have a lot of factors, and then you got your black men really in competition with you for jobs, for a whole lot of stuff, for other men. It's a lot going on. You got all this stuff coming at you as a black woman, especially as a young black woman. Even to the point to where gay black men, like I heard on the thing last night, they feel like they have been increasingly that they feel comfortable now, coming at black women. We've seen that here on YouTube a couple of times. We've seen what is her name, T.S. Madison going at Nick at Night, as well as A.T. Alien. The disrespect is overboard. And a lot of other situations like that. Do you see what I'm saying? And then, but you want the whole time, let's take, I talked about the Love is Blind couple, right? Let's take Serena Williams, for instance, because they brought her name up last night. Now, we know that Serena Williams, before she got married to that white man, the Reddit man, I can't think of his name, but before she got married to him, she dated a whole lot of black men. In the process of her dating black men, they disrespected her all over the place because they were intimidated, in my opinion, by her athleticism. They called her monkey. They called her, a tranny. Do you see what I'm saying? All types of a horse. all types of derogatory things they called Serena Williams. But then she don't turn around because she not feeling love. Love wasn't being served at the table, by the white men. So she found her a white man, and now they are married and have a child. Now I can only hope that their relationship is not like Eve, because rapper Eve. I really think that when it comes to her and her interracial marriage, that man is fetishizing her. Okay, like I really think that about Eve, like you can tell. But as far as Serena Williams, I hope that is not the case. But she tried to find love in her own community, and it wasn't being served, and she was disrespected simply because she is a wonderful athlete. So what do you expect her to do? Okay, she clearly wanted to start a family. All right, what do you expect her to do? I'm not going to tell black women to, no matter what, even if you got to be lonely, even if you even if you want to have a family, which is your absolute right. You know what I mean? You have to either level down, and go with somebody that's going to disrespect you. Do you see what I'm saying? And possibly harm you, but this what you gotta be with them, even though they demeaning you and disrespecting and possibly abusing you. Okay, or you got to just be alone. You can't find love nowhere else. Do you see what I'm saying? And we got a whole lot of sensitive. I mean, this generation of women, I feel sorry for them. like I feel sorry. These men are so emotional. We saw what August Alsina did. Do you see what I'm saying? The men were trying to come at Jada and Will, mock them and make fun of them or whatever, because August was so sensitive and he got his little feelings hurt, trying to turn him into a victim. Honey, he ain't no victim. He a whole troll. He's stalking the couple, okay, because he couldn't get what he wanted. He's whining throughout the song. He's whining on the interview. Just real sensitive, just really emotional. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. Okay. But if the thing was turned around and it was a man with this young girl, do you see what I'm saying? That would have been just fine. They called Jada a PEDO foul and all this and all that, even though he was 21 years old. When and she didn't do nothing with him against his will. Okay. It's just that he thought it was gonna be something that it wasn't. He was collateral damage. It's unfortunate. It happens. Move on. Okay. So you have all these examples of pretty much dysfunction. In the midst of all this going on, it would appear that black men, not every black man, like I said, if it don't apply to you, if it don't apply to you, it don't apply to you. If the shoe fit, put it on. If it don't, throw it to the side. But like I said, it seems to be some kind of concentrated effort to disrespect black women and uplift other races of women. And then at the same time, you have a lot of white men uplifting black women. The whole thing is just crazy. In the midst of black people trying to deal with, like I said, 400 past years of slavery and everything that involves, all that kind of trauma, you got to deal with this stuff. You got to worry about defining your role. Do you see what I'm saying? Klaus said, to be fair, Halle Berry, and I know she's biracial, she was mistreated by Wesley Snipes, David Justice, and Eric Benet before she started swirling. That's true. I don't even know. I didn't even know that she was fooling with Wesley Snipes, though. I really did, Klaus. Yeah, Jada said it was an entanglement. That's what it was. Nothing more, nothing less. Hey, Love Wisdom, I ain't seen you in a while. But anyway, like I said, I can't in good conscience tell black women to look what they did to Sierra. Sierra's beautiful. They tried to imply that she was a tranny. She done had her second baby. They started disrespecting Future, which was bitter. Started disrespecting her and Russell Wilson. Okay? When she loved Future. How many baby mamas he got? But he was in his feelings. He started disrespecting both of them, and a lot of men, even to this day, disrespect Sierra and Russell Wilson. But they living their best life. She just had her second baby. She had a son, I believe. She just had, but they were calling her a man. You see how that worked? Beautiful. Sierra is beautiful. Just like Meg Thee Stallion is beautiful. Hey, Manny. But they gonna get online and downgrade these black women because they are envious of these black women or jealous or they want to be them or something or they getting paid to do it. Like, why would you? How can you find Sierra and Megan Thee Stallion and even Serena Williams? In my opinion, how can you call these very successful black women, beautiful black women? What derogatory do you have to say about them other than they don't want your trifling ass? Do you see what I mean? And so, yes, Whitney's her third child, but it's her second child with Russell Wilson because her first son is by Future. But Sierra was absolutely gorgeous. They got a beautiful family. You know, they was calling Russell Wilson a simp, and they were saying that he was a simp because he was going with a woman that's already got a baby. And like she needed child support or she needed help with her child. Like she couldn't afford to take care of her child by herself. That's what they was trying to imply. I'm thinking, no, that is not the case. It's Sierra. She can take care of her son financially in any other way by herself. She don't have to, but you can't call her. They stopped short of calling her a gold digger. Like she needs somebody. She had to get with Russell Wilson because she needed somebody to take care of her financially. I'm thinking, really, this is what we doing? But yeah, because then we let's not talk about. Yeah, they call them men. They call Serena a man, Sierra a man, and just recently Megan Thee Stallion a man. You know, beautiful women, beautiful, very accomplished women. But they want to call him a man. Like this, they go browbeat him into some kind of submission or something, and then they get mad when they find love, fetishized or not. You know, with somebody outside of their race, then they get mad about that. Do you see what I'm saying? They mad at Megan Thee Stallion pretty much in part because she was photographed with that white boy, whether he was a rapper or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just really sick. And it's unfortunate. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm gonna say it again. When love is being no longer served at the table, baby, it's time to get up. All right? I have been telling y'all to divest from abuse. Okay? The best love in the world is between a black man and a black woman, in my opinion. Okay? But when you can't find that love, because I'm not going to sit up and say that our interracial relationships are fetishized or don't they got some kind of slave fantasy or there's some ulterior motive, because there are a few interracial relationships that are not that way. They just simply love one another because they are that person. They are who they are. Do you see what I'm saying? But you have to be careful when you're dealing with an interracial relationship, just like you have to be careful when you dealing with a relationship with your own kind. You have to love don't hurt. You have to divest from abuse in any type of relationship. You know, and if love ain't being served at the table, it ain't nothing wrong with getting up. Okay, because I have heard some of the most disgusting things in my life. I did not. I told y'all before that I didn't know that black men felt so derogatory about black women until I started, joining line online until I got online. I'm older. In my world, this don't happen. But the more I see, it's just really unfortunate for black women, and I hate that. I hate that. You know. So yeah, it says she said they don't want. Lil Wisdom said they don't want black women, yet no other race of men can have black women. Yeah, that's how they feel. That's how they feel. I don't know why. It's unfortunate. And then they always run around with the lie about, oh, black women all over social media jealous cause black men dating white women. That's a lie. Why are you spinning that narrative? That's a lie. But it's amazing the ownership that they feel towards black women. They feel ownership to the point to where they feel like they can browbeat them and treat them any kind of way. And somebody's going to go for that crap. They're not. You know? So, yeah. I agree with that. Just until we figure out how to not be self-enslaved. Absolutely. Mentally. That's right. We will stay mentally enslaved. Generation. It's absolutely a generational curse. That's why I mentioned the fact that we were enslaved for 400 years and we've only been free, quote unquote, free for 100 years, and we are having to deal with a whole lot of things, including generational curses, coming at us at one time, and establishing gender roles and relationship goals is one of those things. But you don't have to like demean your people and celebrate the abuse of and murder of black women just cause you trying to define yourself. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to me. Because like I said, if you don't like a black woman, fine, keep it to yourself. Why would you get online and celebrate Megan Thee Stallion get shot in the foot and say that he shot her because she got a penis in between her legs? Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Klaus said, let's be honest. Many of these males, one, bitter, absolutely bitter. 50 Cent. Two, don't like women, absolutely. Three, don't quite measure up. Or four, all of the above. I absolutely agree with that analogy, Klaus. I absolutely agree. It don't make no sense. But when we as women know that we have a limited amount of time, okay, that we can start a family, all right? And a lot of other people, a lot of other races of men know that too. Okay, so that is another reason why they are promoting these interracial relationships. Because a lot of the same relationship issues that we have in our black community, a lot of those problems happen in other communities as well, especially in the white community, via Me Too, of feminism and all this here and all that there. But you won't. But it is wrong to be in a relationship and you want to act like this white man is your savior. He is not your savior. He is only a man because you are fetishizing him. Then, or allow him to fetishize you and call you, say that you exotic, or he loves you cause your hair or your whatever. Instead of you just being you. That's dysfunction and it won't work. Do you see what I'm saying? And I realize that times are changing, but the at the top of the wrong, if you will, is the relationship between the black man and the black woman. That is the only way that we can survive and thrive as a people, as a race. Do you see what I'm saying? And so yeah, get the roast game up. Yeah, they need that, child. Absolutely. Don't pay attention to them. I did a post the other day. What was it about? It was about Nicki Minaj, and she, she pregnant. She released some beautiful, pregnant photos. And one female put under there something about, something about the manosphere saying black women hit the wall or something like that because she 37. I guess it was bad. I was like, who the hell listened to them crazy fools anyway? I never listened to those videos. My pool of videos that I listen to grows smaller and smaller every day. I don't even listen to them. Like, what woman? And you have a lot of women twerking in those chats over there, but why? Like, why would you even bother? Really? I don't even listen to them fools anymore. That's why I have nothing to say about them. It's really sick and unfortunate. And more than half of them gay anyway. And I don't mean no harm to the gay community. But a lot of the woman bashing, the He-Man Black Women Clubs, a lot of those members are gay anyway. So they want to groom these men that they think are heterosexual, groom them into not liking black women in hopes that they will lay with them. Okay? Y'all peep that? And that's just how it is. So, yeah. Tony said, I'm glad I'm old now. Okay. Sorry, but these men now are too sensitive. They sure are too sensitive and gravitating too much towards their feminine gossip. They are willingly embracing their feminine energy. Okay? Yes, they are. I absolutely agree. It's very unsettling when you think about it. You know. You know. It's just crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't take anything to heart that none of them fools say over there. Do you see what I'm saying? I wouldn't even listen to that crap. Like, who does that? Like, why? You know? Child. Yes, that's true, A-Class. I'm glad. They were talking about that last night. Well, black women, they don't want a man unless he's a thug and unless he go hard and unless he treat her bad. I'm thinking, okay, where you hear this at again, honey? You looking at too much TV. And you listening to false stereotypes. You sound like a fool. But yeah, I've heard them say that too, A-Class. It don't even sound right. I don't go to that sector either, man. You know. It don't make no sense. It's really, well, they only want thugs. oh, they can't respect you if you don't treat them bad. I'm thinking, really? You clearly don't know anything. You clearly have never dated a black woman. You clearly don't know what the hell you talking about. Okay? But anyway, I just want to come on and mention it. There was somebody else that I want to talk about too, as it pertains to relationships and black people. Maybe to come back to me. But yeah, I just want to, ask the question on my channel: do black men hate black women? You know, and it's really a complex question. When you start to delve into it, and it's unfortunate the way that these black men are out here making themselves look. It's really unfortunate, like for real, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna call them a babysitter. You know. So yeah, that's just how it is. I only know of their names from reading in the chats, LOL. I'll be like, who? And he said, what? She said, nah, I'm cool. I have zero patience. I know that's right, Manny. I refuse. Klaus said today's so-called quote-unquote thugs are wearing louder colors and tighter jeans than women. You got that right. You got that right, Cloud, because a lot of them want to lay with themselves, and they kept. And I find it. I also found it unsettling to where a lot of them were younger last night. And they kept referencing like rappers and movies and stuff like that as it pertains to relationship. So I'm thinking y'all getting all y'all social cues from rappers and entertainers. Well, no wonder you're so warped in the head. And then I just felt like it was a whole platform full of men that was, you know, really flirting with one another. That's how I felt. But you flirting with one another, but you got you conversating about the black woman on your tongue. And you got a whole man up here, a gay man, and I love conscious TV, with a green wig on, trying to speak for a woman. That don't work. I was offended. That's misogyny. You know what I mean? You want to be a woman, you're embracing your feminine self, whatever you call it. I mean, no disrespect. But you disrespecting women. That's misogynistic. You still got all that man in you to the point to where you can be misogynistic. Okay? So, yeah. I agree. Hip hop is not hip hop anymore. I was so happy to see. Did y'all see that versus DMX versus Snoop Dogg? That was good. I was like, that is when hip hop was hip hop. Hip hop now is not hip hop. I don't know what is it called, bubblegum hip hop? Cause that ain't hip hop, honey. What that stuff they do today? Like and I heard a large amount of them were gay anyway, but they still on them songs speaking derogatorily about black women. That's what made me think it's some kind of freaking agenda. you know, they're like the manager in the show P Valley. I haven't seen that. They look like LeBron James with makeup and the lace from Hobby Dog Cloud. Hobby Dog. Child, it don't make no sense. Like I said, it's a scary situation for black women. You know, and the pool is shrinking ever smaller when it comes to heterosexual, non-black woman hating black men. The pool is shrinking ever smaller. You know. And the ones that say that they're heterosexual, they say, well, they don't fool with black women for whatever reason, and black women are not exotic, like I said at the top of the show. But then you got the white men coming on here talking about something. I love black women. They're exotic. Marry me, date me. I love you. Let me fetishize you. Not all of them, but, if the shoe don't fit, don't put it on. But a lot of times that's the case. And we know it. Yep, smaller and smaller. The pool is getting smaller and smaller. You know. So it's just I just don't know whatever to say about it. And I mean, is it any wonder why black women, especially young black women, don't want to advocate for black men, just like in general. And it's unfortunate because it's not that way, for all black men, except for these he-man black woman haters are very vocal on social media, and a lot of young people see that and they want to mimic that offline. you know, and they know what they're doing. That's why I said, is some kind of interracial agenda going on? You see what I'm saying? You can't win for losing sometimes. So I feel sorry for our younger black women that are trying to, find relationship and love, and get their family started. And black women will wait on black men, for as long as they can. But you don't have to settle for less. You don't have to settle for being treated any kind of way. I see there's a content creator on here, and I can't stand that fool. He got a whole, he does these videos with his wife. He does these videos with his wife, but he talking about he got 3 or 4 women. And I saw one of the videos where his wife was saying, I done got used to being by myself. And he's telling people, and this mistress over here acting this way, and this one up north acting that way, and this one right here acting this way. I'm thinking, you got a whole wife. Did you see the look on her face? That is weak. I can't see how she wasted her life on you for 17, 18, 19, 20 years. I hate that she did that. You know what I'm talking about, Lil Wisdom? That don't make you look big. That don't make you look like a man. It make you look like an insecure fuck boy. That's what it make you look like, Super Sly. How dare you disrespect your wife like that? Do you see what I'm saying? How dare you? I saw those videos. I want to throw up in the back of my throat. I saw the woman, his wife was on there. It's called Marriage and Mayhem. And you on there bragging about this. What are you bragging about? You're not a man. You got a whole daughter, and this is the example you give her. He got on there talking, so when his wife sat right beside him, didn't I tell you a man gotta spread his seed or spread his wings or something like that? And just she's just sitting there. She's just going, she not, she's so used to it. She's talking softly, she's being calm. Do you see what I'm saying? And he's just really feeling himself. I said, if it was me, I would have bust your head to the white meat, nigga, long time ago and left you alone. It wouldn't have been no 17 years. It would have been a month. Because what you will not do is disrespect me. That's what you will not do. I refuse. Do you hear me? Refuse to be disrespected. And if you feel like you want to cheat, you best have your game up. Okay? Because I bet not get a whiff of it. Okay? Because what I will not do is be disrespected. It ain't even about the cheating or the sex or none of that. It's about the disrespect. I have a pet peeve when it comes to disrespect. And what you will not do is disrespect me. Because I love me first. And I don't have to bow my head to make my crown fall off for nobody. Okay? I feel sorry for her. All right? I feel sorry for her. And he online bragging about it. Like he's some kind of big man. No, you're not a big man. You a mouse. You weak. You inferior. You insecure. Because if you weren't insecure, you wouldn't have to have 3 or 4 women. You wouldn't have to make your woman, your wife, feel the way. Why do you think she feel? Is she getting online in front of the world? And you talking to her like that? But see, certain type of men like him, that thing, and I use the word the man loosely, certain type of men like that, okay, Brandy, they look for women of a certain type. Yeah, she's clearly that type. Okay? But it couldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. We wouldn't have made it to having no baby. A beautiful daughter that he got. No. I think not. With your weak ass. Because that's what you look like to me. It's really ridiculous. Nigga need to focus on why he losing his goddamn hair and got a whole rat tail, a 1980s style rat tail that he brag about online. Nigga, you got a whole rat tail. You an old man. Like me. You better hope this woman don't leave you alone when you get sick. Because you getting older. Okay? That's what you better hope. Goofy. Why do you think men like these rappers and stuff always want to call themselves Lil this and Lil that, Lil Baby and Lil Bootsy and Lil this? When you gonna grow up and be a man? It's ridiculous. Take Claude for instance. Claude been with his woman forever. He called her the queen. She was really, really ill. Claude took care of his woman through thick and through thin. Nursed her back to health. That's a call to being a man. I'm just saying. You got me fucked up. Be with some goofy looking ass nigga like that. I done been done put him in his place, honey. Nigga, you done been bowing down licking my toes, bitch. Okay? I'm just, excuse me, y'all. Forgive my French. I'm just saying. Child, please. Anyway. Move right along. I got upset. I felt the way I had to rant a little bit because I saw that video and I was absolutely offended. And I felt sad for that woman, for his wife. Okay? I felt sad for her. Because what you never would ever do in your whole life would be to disrespect me. Ever. Anyway, Alma Eyes says, I can't say that I am shocked. I've heard the way he speaks. Yeah, he speaks about women. Sounds like she is crying out for. I know. I felt so bad for her. Y'all know I get really emotional when I see things that look like abuse, and he is mentally abusing her. You know, and she be like, well, we've been together. I'm used to being by myself. All this and all that. So he go and he leaves, I guess, for months or years at a time. He'll come. What example are you showing for your daughter? Even more so. Even I'm feeling sorry for her, but I feel even more sorry for his child, for his female. Okay, cause she gonna grow up and look for somebody just like your raggedy ass with the rat tail. Okay, somebody absolutely undeserving of her presence. All right. You weak. You're not a man. You don't make yourself look good except for to other weak ass niggas like you. I'm just saying. Super Sly, 75, with your whole rat tail. Ain't that his conversation? His laugh. You a whole weasel. With your lame ass talking about something. I pledge to Satan. I'm a true Satanist. You a whole fool. You a true fool. And you live in a fantasy world. You even got your relationship formed in the fantasy world. Yeah, you got a lame ass rat tail. He be bragging about the rat tail, y'all. I'm thinking, nigga, why do you have a rat tail? I'm like, I cannot with these people. But do y'all see why I don't look at people's videos no more? This is why. But I didn't appreciate that woman. I saw the look on her face, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart. I'm thinking, girl, beautiful woman too. She didn't have to. Girl. No, just no. I wish a nigga would. Okay, I'm just saying. I have never been the type to deal with that sort of situation. Okay, because you can get your ass on before you get hurt fooling with a bitch like me. Okay. And I did call myself a bitch. Because my head will turn around 360. On one side, it'll be me. And if you try to cross me, it will be the B. Okay? Because I don't play that kind of crap. I don't play disrespect. You know. But anyway, y'all. I hate that my whole video went off the rails. It went off the freaking rails. Like, I didn't even mean for it to go off the rails. But that just pissed me off. But anyway, I have no idea who that is, but whoever it is, yeah, they are really pathetic, Cloud. Like, I am not impressed. It's like really disgusting. Like, oh my God. And if his wife wasn't sitting beside him, I would swear that he's lying, okay? Because no woman in the world, no matter her race, creed, or color, ethnicity, nothing else, should have to deal with that type of situation, and the man says that he's married to you. That is absolute disrespect. It's pathetic. She in love with an insecure rat tail and all. You insecure nigga. Okay. And what you would do, fooling with a person like me, is I would have long ago cured you of that ailment that you have in between your legs. Uh huh. And your rat tail. Both of them would have been gone. Fooling with me. But anyway. I love you guys. I want to respond to some of the things that I have been seeing on social media, especially as it pertains to black women. Black women, we have to stick together. You have to be strong. Okay? Megan is live. on IG. Oh, Megan Thee Stallion is live on IG. Okay, y'all young women, go look at her. I wish her well. God bless the baby. She needs to stop being so nice. But I don't blame her for not taking that disrespect from that little short fella about that trash over there, what he was flirting with. I would have busted him upside his head too. Okay? And he wouldn't have did it no more. I'm just saying. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to talk to you guys later. You guys, please forgive the way in which I expressed myself. I am very short. I am OCD when it comes to respect. Okay? I simply cannot abide by disrespect. Do you see what I'm saying? Especially as it pertains to our beautiful black women. Because we deserve so much more. Okay? I am sick of watching these ninjas on here disrespect us. All right? I'm sick of it. And like I said, I'm going to leave you with that Mona Simone, Lord, Mona Simone, with that Nina Simone quote that I've said a couple of times. When love is no longer being served, it is time for you to get up from the table. Okay? That's what I'm going to leave y'all with. That's my final thought of the day. I love you guys. Have a nice rest of your Monday. Okay? Love don't have to hurt. Love is not disrespect. Love is not demeaning. Love is not settling. Love is not bowing down so that your crown will fall off. Okay? That is not love. Love is respect. Love is reciprocity. Do you see what I'm saying? Love is compassion and empathy and understanding. Love is making it, working together. Do you see what I'm saying? That mutual respect for one another. Mutual attraction for one another. Not making either party feel less than. That is love. Okay? It's not this distorted, whatever the hell these fools got going on YouTube for sure. That ain't what's up. All right? But anyway, let me get off here. Talk to you guys later. Excuse the rant once again. Please hit the like button if you haven't hit it on your way out the door. I love you guys so much. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't hit it, because YouTube be unsubscribing people from my channel, and they are sabotaging my channel. And you guys, if you don't, more than likely, I'm going to have a video every day. Please come to my main channel and check it out, because evidently they have shadow banned me. And if you're not going all the way to my channel, I know it's an inconvenience to see if I drop the video. You won't know if I drop one or not. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. Love you guys. Apologize for the tongue. Every once in a while it gets away from me. Do you see what I'm saying? But it'll be okay. I know y'all love me because I love y'all. Simply because y'all are who y'all are. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Peace.